Chinese fast fashion giant Shein opened its very first physical store this Wednesday at the BHV store right in the heart of Paris. And the timing couldn't be more explosive as France is set to become the first country in the world to crack down on ultra-fast fashion. Queues stretched for dozens of meters outside since the morning, and shoppers say they're here for the low prices.
C'est pas cher. Déjà d'une, on ne trouve jamais des 5 robes pour 100 € sur d'autres sites. Et on va dire que c'est de la qualité, mais pas trop de qualité, quoi. Mais bon, pour le prix, c'est bien, quoi.
It's just to be the nice company and nice price, nice product, and only this. The details, I don't look for details. I don't watch news. For me, I separate the story. I don't care about story, what the background.
But on the other side of the street, the anger is palpable. Protesters denounce the brand's record on labor rights, the environment, and now a new scandal involving childlike sex dolls.
Je trouve ça honteux que le magasin BHV puisse ouvrir une telle enseigne que Shein physiquement.
C'est flippant, c'est des enfants. Et en plus avec des spécificités, des descriptions bien spécifiques pour que les pédocriminels puissent s'exercer là-dessus. Et demain, ça veut dire qu'ils pourront passer à l'acte aussi. Donc on encourage ce genre de choses. Donc moi, ça me fait flipper. Ça me fait flipper en tant que survivant de victimes étant mineur, pas à caractère sexuel certes, mais victime quand même. Et moi, ça m'inquiète.
Several French brands have withdrawn from the BHV store in protest, while the government announced it will be initiating proceedings to suspend Shein's online platform until it complies with French law. The Chinese brand says it has banned all adult products and is reviewing its screening measures. But for many, this isn't just about fashion. It's about where France draws the line between cheap clothing and ethics.
A motorist deliberately rammed pedestrians and cyclists across two neighboring towns on France's Île-d'Oléron, injuring 5 people before being detained, according to officials. 2 of the injured were in critical condition, according to the Interior Minister, adding that an investigation was underway.
Ce que je veux surtout dire, c'est que l'individu ne s'est pas laissé faire et les gendarmes intervenants de la brigade de Saint-Pierre-d'Oléron ont dû faire usage de la force et notamment utiliser un pistolet à impulsion électrique pour pouvoir l'interpeller. Il a été interpellé, actuellement il est en garde à vue, donc maintenant les choses se passent sous l'autorité du parquet et il est en cours d'audition.
The incidents took place along roadside areas between 2 towns. Authorities said it looked like the driver aimed to hit as many people as possible. Media reports identified the suspect as a 35-year-old French national residing in La Cotinière, a small fishing village on the west coast of the island.
NATO chief Mark Rutte has downplayed concerns over the partial withdrawal of US troops from Romania, saying their force in Europe remains, quote, larger than ever. In a visit to Romania on Wednesday, Rutte explained that adjustments to US military are not unusual and that Washington remains committed to defending the alliance's eastern flank.
Many more US forces on the continent than before 2022, and you have seen the commitment by President Trump and his administration made very clear at the summit in The Hague of his total commitment to NATO and to our joint endeavors.
The US announced last week that it would withdraw a rotating brigade currently stationed in the country and not replace it, insisting in a statement that it's a positive sign of increased European capability. A NATO exercise this month in Romania and Bulgaria, in which some 5,000 troops will take part, shows that the bloc is capable of immediate, large-scale movements, says Romanian President Nicolae Dan.
Programul Santinela Estică sau a Estului înseamnă, pe de o parte, mai multe capacități militare, more capabilities, a spus, și pe de altă parte, oameni atunci când este nevoie.
After Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, NATO has bolstered its presence on Europe's eastern flank substantially.
Defense ministers of the Joint Expeditionary Force have met with their Ukrainian counterparts in Norway to launch an enhanced partnership with Ukraine. The partnership with Ukraine is being seen as a milestone for strengthening Euro-Atlantic security in the Nordic-Baltic region.
So this is a powerful signal to Putin and any other would-be aggressors that Jeff is stronger than ever, more united than ever, more innovative than ever, more flexible in our operational responses than ever.
Established in 2014, JEF is a UK-led multinational force made up of 10 European countries, some of which are also NATO members. The coalition seeks to learn from Ukraine's battlefield experience. In exchange, JEF countries will deliver training to the Ukrainian armed forces and collaborate on the protection of critical underwater infrastructure, drones and battlefield medicine.
From partners including JEF countries, Ukraine seeks access to European technologies and production capacities on the basis of which we could launch joint manufacturing. This modern weaponry will not only defend Ukraine now, it will guarantee Europe's security for years to come and reliably protect its eastern flank from permanent Russian aggression.
The meeting follows the conclusion last week of Tarasis, the coalition's 2-month-long operation across the Nordic-Baltic region.
Brussels' Zaventem airport is still feeling the aftershock of Tuesday's drone sightings, which forced the city's main airport to close and left dozens of flights grounded. The country's defence minister told local media that the incident appeared to be carried out by professionals intent on destabilising the country. All departing and arriving flights were temporarily suspended, forcing hundreds of passengers to spend the night at the airport.
C'est bien difficile pour nous pour gérer tout ça, mais on fait nos meilleurs. Tous nos équipages sont ici. On a des bénévoles aussi qui sont venus de bureaux pour distribuer des bouteilles d'eau, des petits snacks, pour faire tout ce qu'on peut pour quand même apaiser la situation.
Liège Airport, used principally as a cargo hub, was also closed due to drone sightings on Tuesday. Both airports have now reopened, but officials have warned that disruptions are expected to continue and that passengers should be prepared for delays. Both NATO and the European Union have been on high alert recently, following a string of airspace violations thought to be carried out by Russia.
Zoran Mamdani has been elected mayor of New York City, capping a stunning run for the 34-year-old state lawmaker, who is now set to become the city's first Muslim mayor and the youngest in more than a century. In a victory for the Democratic Party's progressive wing, Mamdani defeated former Governor Andrew Cuomo and Republican Curtis Sliwa. According to local reports, the 34-year-old Mamdani secured 50.4% of the vote.
I must say this. Thank you. Thank you to the next generation of New Yorkers who refuse to accept that the promise of a better future was a relic of the past. You showed that when politics speaks to you without condescension, we can usher in a new era of leadership. We will fight for you because we are you.
Tuesday's vote saw ballots in about half of the U.S. states in what was the first major election of U.S. President Donald Trump's second term. Voters backed Democrats for gubernatorial positions in New Jersey and Virginia, rejecting Trump's late push for his preferred candidates. Virginia elected its first female governor, Abigail Spanberger, while voters chose to keep Democrats in power in New Jersey, electing Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill.
The lives of millions of Americans continue to be disrupted as the U.S. government shutdown entered its 36th day, breaking the record as the longest ever. The shutdown has led to federal program cuts, flight delays, and federal workers nationwide left without paychecks. U.S. President Donald Trump is meeting for breakfast with GOP senators on Wednesday, but has refused to negotiate with Democrats over their demands to salvage expiring health insurance subsidies until they agree to reopen the government. In the meantime, food aid, childcare funds, and countless other government services are being seriously interrupted, and hundreds of thousands of federal workers have been furloughed or expected to come to work without pay. The loss of enhanced federal subsidies are expected to leave many people unable to buy health insurance. The White House says its position remains unchanged and that Democrats must vote to fund the government before talks over health care can begin.
Bridgerton and Wicked actor Jonathan Bailey is People magazine's Sexiest Man Alive for 2025. The annual title was announced Monday night during The Tonight Show hosted by Jimmy Fallon. Bailey became a household name in 2020 for playing Lord Anthony Bridgerton on Netflix's royal drama series Bridgerton. More recently, the actor has taken on the role of Prince Fiero in Wicked and Dr. Henry Loomis in Jurassic World Rebirth. Bailey has spoken openly about being a gay actor in Hollywood. He founded the Shameless Fund, a charity that helps support LGBTQ+ organizations. People magazine's Sexiest Man Alive award has been an annual staple for the publication since 1985. 2025 marks the 40th anniversary of the award.